Hi folks, this is Mr. Weston here, and today is of course Monday here in Victoria, so we actually get the Queen's birthday off. And of course, I said in my last video I would do a unboxing of one of my recent purchases from a couple of weekends ago at the Pop Culture Warehouse clearance sale. And this is it here, my Final Fantasy 13 Play Art Kai action figure, Volume 2, Sazh Katzroy. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, look, obviously the box is a little bit, what to say, slightly worse for wear, but of course all I care about is the contents on the inside, because there is no way I'm keeping this box. So of course on the side here you will see a lovely picture of the actual figurine, not of the game itself. And of course, what else is in this series, which is Hope S-Time, I think that's about right, and Ober Young Fang. And both of them have their respective weapons. Now, of course, if you can't see it on here, it will say over 23 points of articulation. So, I'm going to slightly believe that until I open it myself. And of course, the other side as well, which is the traditional Final Fantasy 13 logo there. And we're back to the front of the box. So I'm just going to quickly get a knife. Actually, wait a minute. I've got one right here. Hello. Alright, let's see what I can do about cutting it with only using one hand. Here we go. Alright, on the top, of course, it is... Actually, no. I don't even need this, because it was actually already opened at the time. So, here we go, and I'm opening it up. Now, hopefully it will be pretty easy to open up. The last Playouts Kai figurine I got was a Metal Gear Rising Raiden with the white armor. And that was pretty hard to get out with two people, even. So let's see how I go with one myself. Here we are. And here it is. So what's included with the figurine is, of course, the figure itself. Two hands. The hands attached is, of course, fists. The other ones are used to hold the guns. And I say guns because, if I open this part up, which is completely rubbish now, you'll have, oh, this looks very nice. One of the guns is in the holster already. So, let's stand that up. Alright, so, now, the gun cannot really handle easily because of, well, those are the holsters. Now, I do have to display it in a way that there's some form of functionality because, of course, it's not standing up by itself. So, let's have a look at the guns. Now, in the game itself, I'm going to have to flip it out this way because, of course, it is really hard to get these things out by using only one hand. Now let's take a look at the guns themselves. Now both of them do in fact are in fact looking the same. That's them right there. Not too bad. Now of course in the game itself they do combine together to make one final attack on the enemy. These of course don't do anything like that. They're not able to. As much as I like to say that's sort of a disappointment in a way, but truth be told, I don't think it really needs to. So let's have a look at the figure itself. It's slight tickle. Can we move the head a bit? Well, there's some slight movement in the head. That little grin on the face. I think it's pretty much the one time he tends to smile. Because if you play the game itself, he's not a very smiling man. Now, this is, of course, pre-branding, because around about here is where you would see the brand, but obviously the shirt's covering it up, or they decided to choose not to put that in. Very nice movement in the hands. Oh, and they do, of course, stretch out to the sides. There is, there we go, it's full shoulder movement there. Very nice. And, of course, the other side does that too. Very nice. So yeah, if you do look at the shoes, they aren't flat-soled shoes. They're proper boots. So there we go. Now, at least there's some attention to detail with the holster itself. Never really got a chance to take a look at the closer look at the holster in-game. Now, can I move his legs? Because this jacket, of course, is made out of plastic. Well, at least that I can do that. It's not a full 90 degree. It's about 45 degree movement in the legs. And, of course, I can move him back. And, of course, I can make him do... No. Okay, that's actually extending quite well. So that's actually looking quite good. Now the hands itself. Now you'll notice with the one thing I should mention with the guns, there is a little hole in the middle of the holster. That in fact actually clips into this hand. Now if we take a look at the hand itself, that actually has a little point there that you can use to plug it in. So let's do that right now. Now you will see a bit, I do apologise with the slight glare at the phone, as much as it's about around 10:30 or so outside. I do have the backlight on. I don't know what possessed me to do that. In fact, just bear with me for a moment. I'm going to quickly pause this and actually put it on myself. Hold on. Alright, I managed to get it on. This is a two-handed job because what you need to do is slightly angle the gun in a way where it will actually put the gun on. So in other words, you need to do something like this. Hold it in and then push it in. And of course, speaking of hands, now these ones here, of course, do come off. I'm going to see if I can try to do this again one-handed. Let me see here. Now, here we go. Now they do, of course, twist 360 degrees. Of course, we're not able to do that unless you're double jointed. Just bear with me for a moment. I need to take this off. I'm going to pause it again. Alright, and I'm back. Now, that took a little longer than I thought to actually get the hands off. They are really hard to get off. You do need a bit of force to them, but luckily you can force it out without breaking the things. Now, one thing I actually just realised while I was putting the hands on, you see those holsters on the side? Those are not soft plastic. That's in fact really hard plastic, which is actually a bit of more durability. And if I actually dropped it and it landed on it, it would shatter. I do need to mention that to you just in case. Now the guns are also not soft plastic. I thought they were soft plastic, but no, they're also hard. They're also sort of hard plastic as well. So yeah, not really. Definitely not a chew toy, obviously. Right, now, of course, that was a little bit difficult to pose him a little bit so it actually would stand properly. But I do have to admit, this is really good. I am comparing it, of course, to my Raiden Playout Sky figurine, which I did get with the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Collector's Edition. But this is actually pretty good itself. You can, of course, move the hands up itself, do something like that, and have him just posing like a boss. Alright, I'll try best to end it around the 9-minute mark. Now, I did say I would I would also review the Vanille Playout Sky figurine as well. I'll do that, probably next week or so. I'm not going to give you a specific date as when I'm going to do it. But yeah, I'll definitely do that next week or so. Alright, so this is Mr. Weston, and I'll end it right there. Bye.